Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this Rolex certified pre-owned watch. And today we are discussing an M series and thus 2008 36mm 904L steel Rolex Oyster Perpetual 116000, the direct descendant of the famed bubble back of 1933, the watch that combined the Oyster water-resistant case and the perpetual rotor winding to create one of the most enduring families of sports watches ever coined. The watch you have here is actually Rolex authenticated, certified pre-owned. All parts and service have been provided by Rolex with Rolex certified refinishers and watchmakers because this has a Rolex globally valid 2-year pre-owned warranty. That is through Rolex and not through the retailer. Now, taking a quick look at what else comes with the certified pre-owned program, you could see that we've got a Rolex certified pre-owned box, a leatherette wallet, the better to contain, the user's guide, notes about the International Service Network, Rolex.com, care and feeding of your watch, the internationally valid 2-year warranty card, and then a little warranty manual that describes the terms of the warranty, plus this sweet, soft travel pouch in leatherette for the watch. And of course, with CPO, if the watch still has its original retail box and papers, you will get those in addition to the CPO articles. So the important thing here is that Rolex serviced, Rolex parts, Rolex warranty, Rolex watchmakers, and of course Rolex authenticated. So 36 millimeters in diameter. The watch is nice and slim at 11.6 millimeters thick, fairly short lug-to-lug, and the end links don't project beyond the lugs on this particular watch. So the total distance across the wrist is 45.6 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing in between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see that this 36 millimeter case size is quite versatile. I'd actually recommend it for a wrist as small as 13 centimeters circumference. So this is for him, it's for her, it's for young, it's for old. It is a remarkably handsome and unusual take on the Oyster Perpetual with the Explorer dial, the concentric center, and the multiple tones and textures. Now you can see it will slide easily beneath a dress cuff, so if you want to wear it formally you can, but it's also got a screw down crown, shock resistance, and 100 meter water resistance. So it is a sports watch through and through. Here's your over the top, here's your down the barrel, and the cuff shot once more. The bracelet is a Rolex Oyster style. You can see it features a conforming end link. The bracelet is entirely in satin, with the exception of the outer faces of the links. Removable links, as you can see on both sides, are fixed in place by screws, which are removable with a jeweler's screwdriver. You can see that there are 3 sets of divots machined inside the clasp that allow you to use a strap tool to re-anchor the base of the bracelet and fine-tune the fit. You can see we have a little Rolex 5-point coronet that has been debossed, media blast internally with a beak and a hook. So this system latches by beak and hook, and then there is a spring-loaded pivoted release. When you pull that lip up, it opens the clasp. One quick note, because this is a certified pre-owned watch, it has this nifty holographic CPO hang tag, which is a lot of fun to play with, but also unique to the CPO watches. And of course, when you're looking at a Rolex certified pre-owned dealer, they will have this insignia in the window. Taking a quick look at the case now, this is the classic Oyster profile, somewhere between a round case and a tonneau. It's organic, it's handsome, and reportedly, by his own account, Gerald Genta most regretted that he did not design this watch. Of all the watches he wishes he had designed, he named the Rolex Oyster as #1, so most admired by one of the most admired watch designers in history. The case is relatively simple, polished in profile, satin finished lug hoods. We do have a twin lock crown in steel. You can see the little slash below the crown. That means a twin lock in steel, and then a domed bezel. All this steel, by the way, is 904L, Rolex's proprietary blend. It's higher in nickel, and it's more resistant to corrosion. So, for example, if it gets soaked in sea salt, you don't need to rinse it to avoid corrosion. So here we've got a quasi-Explorer dial. As you can see, we've got the Rolex crown at the top, and then the 9, 6, and 3, with the remainder of the numerals transferred on. Taking a quick look, you can see there's no shortage of luminescence, and because this is M series, it's pre-chromolite, so it glows green. It's a fascinating round-robin textual application. You can see it says Oyster Perpetual superlative chronometer officially certified, but because it does encircle the center dial, it's got a different aesthetic. The Rolex crown and the Rolex name vertically arrayed. The numerals, the crown, and the hands, all white gold, so they won't tarnish or oxidize with time. You can see these little black bounded bubble-style white numerals every 5 minutes. And then we have a sunburst pattern underneath the minute and seconds hashes. Underneath the caseback, Rolex caliber 3130, automatic winding with bidirectional action. 48-hour power reserve, 4 Hz beat rate, 31 joules, and it does feature hacking seconds, so you can set it precisely to a reference time. It features a full balance bridge and a free sprung balance for greater shock resistance, an overcoil hairspring so that it will keep consistent time in any physical position because an overcoil breathes concentrically, 5 position adjusted, and a COSC certified Swiss chronometer. It's a little watch, but it is stacked. Reach out to Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.